It's time for exciting live and local sports action on Richmond's very own Wbontv, the leader in local sports television. Watch live on your big screen with the Wbontv Roku channel or by streaming the live player at wbontv.com. And support these great local sponsors who support our community. Now, here's your announcers for the game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome in here to Madison Central High School for game number 2 of our nightcap here on Wbontv. We had the girls' game, Coach. Came down to penalty kicks. Madison Southern won that one 5-3. And now here we are live for the boys' game between Madison Southern and Madison Central. And tonight's game a big one because these two teams, the last time they played, Madison Central lost in the district championship game to Madison Southern in another really close game. Obviously, the Central this year ranked as high as number 4 currently in some polls, and the Indians are undefeated coming into the game tonight. And one player to really watch out for, Gavin O'Shea, looking around on a lot of people that I follow on Twitter that cover soccer, cover sports here in the state, have labeled Gavin as the top offensive player in the state, the top striker in the state. I mean, they have had some high praise for this young man. He's hit the school record for goals in a career, I think now up to 61 goals. So Gavin O'Shea has been the man to watch for Madison Central. But he's not all they have. John Gordon is a really good player in the defensive part. Sam Hughes, another guy that can score goals for Central. So they are a pretty stacked team, and the Indians trying to get some revenge over their in-county rival Madison Southern for that district championship game last year. I'm Michael Watkins along with Coach Scott here tonight. And, Coach, you know, again, the field conditions not going to be the best out here tonight. And for everybody that's been talking to me before the game, they keep saying about how much faster the pace will be here in this game.
Yes, and I hear what you're saying about O'Shea. I would definitely add number 11 for Central, Ethan Weiss, to that list. He's extremely dangerous down that right side, and I've seen him play at Model in the past, and he's definitely one of the stronger players in the region and the state, I believe.
So we welcome you in here on the Moore & Law Office pregame show. Moore & Law Office, if you need legal advice, make sure to reach out to Rob Moore at Moore & Law Office. If you've been in a car accident, if you need legal aid, Rob Moore is there for you. Visit mooreandlawoffice.com or like Moore & Law Office on Facebook. Appreciate you tuning us in here tonight, folks. We get you set for the start of the game, Madison Central and Madison Southern. When we come back, we'll have the game underway here live on Wbontv.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Let's get physical.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem! Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
Just think, he'll be driving for real soon. Every new Chevy Equinox comes standard with Chevy Safety Assist, including automatic emergency braking. Find new protection. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
About to get underway here, Madison Central for the boys' game between Madison Southern and Madison Central. We've got the Madison Central roster here in front of us, and we're talking about some of the key players. Their goalkeeper's been pretty good as well this year for Central, so we'll see what all comes into play here in the boys' game on WBONTV underway, and the Eagles will get us started here with the ball as they work it around, get it up the field. Rain coming down again, but not nearly like we saw it there in the late stages of the girls' game a moment ago.
I was able to catch Madison Central playing Woodford County last week, and what was interesting to see is how well Madison Central is able to develop the ball, which obviously translates into plenty of opportunities on the offensive side.
Yeah, and I think with Central, the kind of talent that they have this year, they have aspirations of not only, district and regional championships, but they have, aspirations of going far in the state tournament and maybe bringing home a state championship, which is something we've seen a lot of at Madison Central over the last year or so, and a lot of titles coming into the trophy case at the school with, basketball and winning a regional championship, and we had state championship in wrestling with Zach Cohen. We've had a lot of national. We had the national championship in cheerleading, the dance team doing the same thing and winning a state championship. So it's been a very successful year sports-wise for Madison Central last year, and now we're getting underway, and they've already got a team in the top 5 in the state and their boys soccer team.
I would agree with that. I think any team that can get out of the 11th region in any sport has a great chance at competing well at the state level.
And I think that's one thing that folks don't know. Yeah, you can hear about basketball a lot within the 11th region, and even baseball has a lot of really good teams, but the 11th region is so loaded athletically in all the sports that, there's a lot of successful teams that go on and have success at the state tournament level because of the talent they face throughout the regular season, because there's really no off nights in the 11th region.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Southern puts it together tonight. The reigning district champions.
Southern will throw it in on the far side. They come in, and Central able to take advantage and get the ball underway. For Southern, you got Rue Lammer, who is the top goal scorer. He's got 8 of them on the season. And then a couple of guys with 3 goals each, and Jay Sturrison, who's not playing tonight, Parker Coyle, and Garrett Wickersham.
One thing for sure, after coaching against both of these coaches at some point in the past, I can tell you that both of these coaches have their teams ready to play this evening and understand that this district is a very special district, and so they've prepared their folks for this night.
Central working it around after getting possession here. You see O'Shea coming near midfield, kind of calling out where the ball needs to go. Got a teammate with it here is number 14 up the field. That's John Gordon, the senior defensive player. Had him and Gavin on the sports show with me last night. If you missed any of that, you can go back and watch it live on the WBONTV Facebook or YouTube channels. John and Gavin both talking about their futures and how successful they've been early on in the season, and talking about the confidence level within the team right now. They're playing so well that they just enjoy being out there and being out there with their teammates and competing at a high level. Yeah,
on any given night, Central could see 2 players that haven't performed in the past suddenly become the offensive leaders, and so they have so many weapons up front, and I think that's what sets them apart this year.
Southern will throw it in. Nice header to get it up the field. Ball is loose, and we got a whistle, and Southern will get a free kick.
There's a high kick call on Central.
Looks like Lammer, nope, going to be, I can't see the number on the young man going to do the free kick. It's number 15. That is Hayden Jakubowski. That ball high and over into the out-of-bounds territory behind the Central goal.
So we've seen both teams have some early opportunities here.
Yeah, you got Jonathan Tate and Pablo Fernandez, the the two assistant coaches for Ron Horn. They've done a really good job with this team early on in the season. We're 5 minutes into this game, scoreless, here at Madison Central High School. And like we saw in the girls' game, Coach, these two teams really starting to try to just fill each other out early on, and not much aggression shown downfield much either way. Here's O'Shea with it. Gavin gets it over to a teammate in the backfield, if you will. Now lined up. It's number 8. Butrint Halili. Now out of bounds over to Madison Southern. They'll inbound it. I think a lot of folks excited to see Gavin. He's a young man that has really been successful in his time at Madison Central, but he talked about it last night. I mean, he would not be where he is if it wasn't for his teammates. This whole team has been a big reason why they're ranked number 4, not just Gavin O'Shea scoring the goals, but Nolan Yantz, the goalkeeper, protecting the goal back there. Here's Bartolo. Working it over to a teammate. Now Hughes had it ripped away. Now back to Gordon. Gordon, a nice setup for O'Shea. O'Shea making a nice move. Looking for a teammate. Doing the old okey doke for Gavin. Trying to get it downfield. Still in control of it. Now kicks it back out to a teammate. That's Bradley Ball, the junior.
Yeah, obviously O'Shea is an exciting player to watch, and a lot of that has to do with his willingness to tirelessly run from one end of the field to the other, making sure that he's the centerpiece and everything kind of goes through him.
Here's Hughes. Up the field. Ball kicked around. Southern now able to rip it away, and back up the field they go. Southern player goes down, and Central's Gordon able to track it down, the senior defensive player.
I appreciate that the officials are letting these boys play.
There's a whistle, as you say that. Right on cue, right, Coach? Yeah, these two teams, I mean, you look at their history and the success of these two programs, and there's been a lot of really good players come through these two schools, and I think the two coaches have had a lot of reason for that. We're under 33 minutes to play in the first half. Michael Watkins, Coach Scott, former model coach here with us tonight. Ball kicked down the field. John Gordon again with it for Central. Shedding it up to Bartolo. Bartolo coming near side, finds a teammate. That is Adam Cole. Cole still with it for Central, and it goes out of bounds over to Madison Southern. They'll trigger it in here on the near side, number 18. That is Bailey Dolan will come in to play for Southern.
Like you said, Madison Central is definitely on the state's radar as far as this year's soccer, and I think that adds a little bit of pressure to really every game.
Yeah.
You have to be taking risks, and you have to be growing as a team, so that when you show up at postseason, you've worked everything out that you need to work out.
Yeah, Central undefeated. They got 4-1 wins over Bryan Station and Covington Catholic, and an 11-1 win over Berea. A 3-0 win over Tates Creek, 10-0 win over Ashland Blazer, a 10-2 win over Woodford County, and a 7-1 win over the weekend over Boyle County. Taking on Southern here tonight. Coming up here soon, they got the Tribe Shootout. All 3 games here at home. They'll play Great Crossing, Estill County, and Corbin in a 3-game stretch here in mid-September.
And if I may, Coach Simon down in Corbin has his team playing as good as they've ever played, and so I think that game in particular will be a thriller.
Yeah, Corbin 4-1 on the year. Their only loss coming to Catholic just a few short days ago.
And that one was very close as well.
Yep, 2-1 win for Catholic. Southern's got the ball here. Seeing a little bit more physicality here on the boys' side. The girls were playing very physical as well. We're seeing a little bit more bumping, if you will, here on the boys' side. It's a good effort there by Ball to try to keep that one in play, but it does go out of bounds as we are about to dip under 30 minutes remaining in this first half. Out of bounds off of Central again as number 17, Parker Coyle, tried to track it down for Southern.
Positionally, both teams look strong. I think that's going to work well for Southern here for the rest of this half. They know that they can play right with these players from Central.
Here's O'Shea with it for Central. Indians see 5 defensive players back for Southern.
Nice pass.
O'Shea sets up a teammate and then trying to get it over on the other side of the field. Unable to do so. As Chris LaGrange tried to pass it over to a teammate, goes out of bounds, and Southern will come into play. There's a whistle, and Southern will get a free kick. You look at O'Shea's 17 goals on the year, 11 goals for Hughes. LaGrange has 6, 5 for Ethan Weiss, 4 for Tyler Smith, and got John Gordon with a pair, and then 1 each for Creech, Pacheco, Dandenau, and Lozano.
All those are very impressive, Michael, given the schedule that Central is playing this year. They've already played a couple of powerhouses, and if you're scoring on those folks, you've got every reason to be confident.
Yeah, and one game that folks have been talking about coming up here later on in the year is the game against Ryle, which will be here at home. That game will be on September the 25th.
Yeah, anytime you're playing against those Northern Kentucky teams, you're definitely getting tangled up with a lot of those Cincinnati select teams, and obviously Cincinnati being one of the great soccer cities in our nation, that says a lot to match up with a team like that.
O'Shea gets it downfield, trying to find a teammate, looking for Hughes. Southern with it once again, and Bartolo tried to head it over to a teammate. Ball now kicked over by Central, controlled by Bartolo. Down the field to go. Ty giving it chase is number 22, Tyler Smith. Ball goes out of bounds, and I think Southern will get to throw it in.
So, Michael, so far, what do you see out here as far as the character of this game so far?
You know, I've not seen as much aggressiveness as I thought I would see. I feel like the two teams still in that filling out stage, and that may be part of the game plan with the field conditions being as they are, as both teams trying to just get it downfield, see what you can do with it here in the early stages. We are about 13 minutes into the game. Southern able to control possession. Up the field they go. It's kicked over to number 13. That is Cole. Now Smith's got it. Over to Bartolo. And we're trying to get it to O'Shea off the foot of a teammate. And Southern's goalkeeper will control it. High. Clear out by the goalkeeper for Southern. It's Austin Shepard back in the goal, the senior goalkeeper for the Eagles. And so far, we're 1-1 in the 2 games played here tonight. We had the volleyball game in which Central got the 3-0 sweep over their in-county rival. And, of course, the girls' soccer game going in favor of Southern in penalty kicks, 5-3.
Who are the offensive threats for Southern?
Well, you got Lammer, obviously. Rue Lammer's got 8 goals on the year, 6 assists, 22 points on the season. And then you got Garrett Wickersham, who's got 3 goals. Durison and Coyle each with 3 as well. Of course, Durison not playing tonight. I believe it was said that there were 4 players out for the Eagles tonight. And, when you're without 4 weapons against Madison Central, that can be a tough task ahead. There is Lammer right there battling with Hughes. Of course, with the people that are injured, OSPTKY, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy here in Richmond, the 2 training staffs for each of these 2 schools, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, soccer, whatever the case may be, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy are the 2 training staffs for each team. Looks like Michael Whitaker is set to check in for Southern here in a moment.
If he goes up top, we might be in for a treat as far as some offensive attack.
Here's Here's Hughes. High kick. Going to be tracked down by Southern, headed back into play. And now Lammer passes it up to a teammate. Back over to Central. Smith had it, now cleared out by Lammer. Little bicycle kick effort there by number 21. That's Bradley Ball. Ball is tracked down. Ball takes a Southern player out, and Southern will get a free kick.
You got to be careful about that because now Southern has a set piece on your defensive third of the field, and on a night like this, that ball could do anything.
Under 25 minutes to play here in the first half. Live on WBON-TV. Michael Watkins and Coach Scott, former model coach, here with you on this Tuesday night in Richmond. Bartolo clears it out for Central.
And what a great play to clear that out, because if that ball hits the ground, it could skip off anywhere. So, great job.
Lammer's now got it for the Eagles. Working in on a couple of defenders for Central. Now cleared out of there by Central. Number 6, Sam Hughes.
Something we're seeing on both sides of the field is that composure element again. A lot of teams will scramble and panic if they get the ball and try to get a shot off. These teams are very selective in the shots that they're taking and will work to develop those opportunities.
Hughes had it for a moment, tried to get it over to O'Shea, but to no avail, and now we're back with Central throwing it in on the near side. O'Shea gets it into Smith. Smith trying to work around the defense of Southern, and a good job to block it out of there, and the Indians will get a corner kick.
So Whitaker just came on the field for Southern. Looks like he's at a left midfield position.
Yeah, only a freshman. You can tell he's not fully grown into his body yet, but he looks like an athlete. Skinny. Looks like he might be able to get up and down the field pretty good for the Eagles. And that's one thing that Coach talked about, Coach Lunford talked about when we had him on the sports show. They are a very young team. So just trying to kind of work their way through the season here as we get the corner kick for Central. They're going to throw it in, excuse me. Smith's got it. Now over to Hughes, and it's going to be cleared out by Shepard. Shepard looking around, and he'll clear it out for the Eagles.
Both teams proving they can handle their defensive ends.
Bartolo's got it near midfield. Tries to get it down there for a teammate off the head of a Southern player, and then Southern will clear it out. And then Shepard able to stop it for a moment. Still scoreless, just as we were in the women's game, the girls' game before this one. Michael Watkins and Coach Scott here as we near 20 minutes of action, halfway through this first half. Bartolo's got it for Central. Sets it up over to Gordon. Gordon heads it back over to Bartolo. Bartolo backs into the back line of defense for number 8. That is Halili. Now it's Hughes. Trying to set it up for O'Shea. Gav had it knocked away. And now Whitaker giving it chase for Madison Southern. Out of bounds it goes, and Southern will throw it in. Comes in. Taken away by Central. Now back away by Lammer of Southern. Up the field he goes to number 10. That's the teammate Cam Heckamy. Now back to Lammer near midfield.
Southern doing a great job working it up.
Yeah, being patient. Now a couple of bodies banging in there near the 45-yard line here. Looking like a football game on the football field. And we had a whistle, and it looks like it will be Southern to throw it in. Halili is going to kick it over to number 13, Adam Cole. Now up to Smith on the right sideline. Smith slows it down, going to work his way around Whitaker.
Way to be patient.
Smith trying to find O'Shea, gets it back. Ball's loose. O'Shea has great ball control. I mean, for a young man, I mean, he's only a senior. Well, he is a senior, obviously, but he's really good at just keeping the ball kind of on a string, if you will, with his feet.
Yeah, and thus he's able to create opportunities that most other players aren't. He's quick. He's got great footwork. And obviously he knows how to find the back of the net.
Here's a shot.
Great shot by Ethan Weiss.
Yeah, Weiss couldn't get it in there. Saved by Shepard. Shepard just holding on to it for a moment. Taking his time as we are now halfway through this first half on WBON-TV. Michael Watkins, Coach Scott here on the call with you. A special thanks to all of our great sponsors like Madison HVAC, Jack Burford Chevrolet, and Galaxy Bowling. Folks, we know that with the COVID-19 pandemic still going on, and bowling is a good place to kind of get out and spend some time with the family. Make sure to check out Galaxy Bowling here in Richmond, and maybe have have a birthday party over there. You can rent one of their rooms and just have all kinds of fun over at Galaxy Bowling here in Richmond.
So far, every time you think that Southern's back on their heels, they find a way to distribute it out and start their offense. It's exactly what you want to see.
Central comes in. That's over to, I think that was Weiss. Now Hughes had it knocked away. Kicked up the field.
Looked like Southern's playing more of a long game compared to Central's short game.
Yeah, Southern only has a couple of guys really on the attack offensively down here on this end. Just a couple of guys, whereas Central, and they've got guys, they've got like 5 or 6 on the attack. Here's Hughes, hits the deck, and there is a whistle, a free kick for Central. Again, still kind of that filling out stage. And I don't know if the goalkeeper for Central's even had an attempt at a save yet.
I saw him go for a few versus Woodford County. He's got the tools.
Yeah, only 5 goals scored all year against Yance. Here he is in action, getting it in play to a teammate on the far side. He's a transfer in, played some club soccer with O'Shea and Gordon. That was one thing we learned last night on the sports show. They talked about him coming in and what a great job he does.
Nice ball.
Off the back of O'Shea, he's in the right place at the wrong time, if you will. Is unable to kind of get it in front of him, but that was a great pass up the field by a teammate. Didn't see who passed that up the field, but if O'Shea was able to kind of keep that one in front of him, would have had a really good shot attempt. They come into Hughes.
Yeah, you get in a foot race with O'Shea, you might not want to be.
There is a pass from Gordon to O'Shea. Gavin over to a teammate. That's Weiss.
What an unselfish player.
Weiss sets it up. Headed shot, and a good job by Shepard.
Great save.
Keeps it out of there from going in the net. A great job and a nice attempt on the header by the player for Central. We'll get the replay there. You saw that, and a good effort there by Shepard to keep it 0-0.
Great play on both sides.
So here comes Hughes to attempt the corner kick. Central can't really get a touch on it. It'll go completely across the other side of the field, and the Eagles will throw it in. Coming in on the sideline. Good. We see Central now going to throw it in on the far side. I think that's Weiss to trigger it in. Goes out of bounds again, and it'll come right back in for the Indians.
Looks like Coach Horn has Weiss back a little bit farther than customarily.
Yeah, again, try to just maybe feel things out here in the early goings. This ball kicked up, headed out of there by a Southern player. Now it's Smith with it. Shot attempt, and going to go out of bounds. Shepard will see it trickle away.
Good idea.
15 minutes. We're nearing the 15-minute mark here in the first half. And, you know, as we thought, we knew that it would be a little bit more fast-paced, Coach, but I think to this point the girls game a little bit more exciting than what we've seen here on the boys' side. Boys still trying to kind of figure it out. And, you know, to this point, I feel like the ball has been on this end a lot more for Madison Central than it has been for Southern on the other side. Bicycle kick. What a goal! Nice job by Gavin O'Shea. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. What a goal by O'Shea.
That was impeccable. That was awesome to see. The timing has to be exactly right. You got to know exactly where to strike the ball, when to strike it. Beautiful play. Beautiful play.
Goal by O'Shea. 62 on the year. My goodness, what a setup by a teammate. And Gavin puts it in. As advertised, ladies and gentlemen, Gavin O'Shea from Madison Central.
Gavin O'Shea does not play.
He does not.
Does not play around.
Great job by O'Shea there. I mean, that one was spectacular. Now the Eagles. Getting set here now under 15 minutes to play.
So, Michael, would you like to take back the remark about this not being an exciting game?
That one was exciting, yes. O'Shea again living up to the hype.
But if you're Southern, you understand that you're going to expect O'Shea to get his opportunities. So now let's see how they respond. I think we'll see a lot of great soccer from here on out.
Comes into Smith. Lammer now giving chase. Good job by Lammer. He kind of came out of nowhere to take that one away. Up to a teammate he goes. It's number 17, Coyle. Coyle still kind of dancing around with it. Kicks it back toward the backfield. Back to Coyle.
Great composure.
Good body control, too, as he's, again, just kind of keeping the ball on his possession here. Southern with it. That's Jakubowski with it for the Eagles. They'll have to throw it in. And throw it over the head of a teammate. Central will track back it and throw it over to Gordon, or could get it over to Gordon. Gordon kind of walking it up. Gets it upfield to a teammate. That is LaGrange. Now here's Whitaker, the freshman for Southern. Up the field. Kicked out of there by Gordon. Central will give it chase. Bartolo's got it for the Indians. In the middle of the field. It's over to O'Shea here in her midfield at the right sideline. Gavin making his way downfield. O'Shea lost control of it for a moment. Kicked that away by Southern. Now up the field. Central's got it again. Over to O'Shea. Gavin tried to feed it up to a teammate. Did a good job. In traffic. Shot attempt is kicked out of there by a defensive player by Southern. Now back in control of Sam Hughes. Bartolo's got it. The 35-yard line. Coming near side. Now kicks it back out to Gordon. Gordon playing monkey in the middle with a teammate on the far side. That's Hatili. Pass up to O'Shea. Gavin with the header, and it's saved out of there by Shepard. And Lely was the teammate that gave the pass over to Gavin. Did a good job of setting him up, but good job by Shepard to save the goal. Back on this end, it's Central. As we near 12 minutes to play.
You know, Michael, a lot of teams that have great scorers like a Vice or an O'Shea, they tend to kind of just let them work in their own manner. But you can see what Central does is they build their offense collectively, and so it's not just 2 or 3 players attacking; it's the entire team, and that makes it very difficult for their opponents.
Here's Sam Hughes, the second highest goal scorer for Central. He's in double figures along with Shea. He's got 11 this year. Bartolo had it ripped away. Whitaker's got it over to, that's Coyle with it for Southern. Coyle hits the deck. Ball still in play. O'Shea's got it. Haven't seen as many subs coming in here on the boys' side as we saw on the girls' side.
Right now, you can kind of see that Central is doing a good job away from the ball. When they have possession, there's a lot of other players that are putting themselves in positions, making runs, and that's really where you're able to create through the offense.
Coming in, or throwing it in, is going to be number 10, Cam Heckamy for Madison Southern. And we've got a whistle.
It'll be fun to see the defenders from Central be tested.
Here is number 9. That is Hammer with it. Or Lammer, excuse me, Rue Lammer. Back with it again for Southern near midfield. Lammer's got it again here on the sideline. Working it around. Lammer. Up the field it goes. That's number 11 trying to track it down. That's Josh Tripp. And Southern will get to throw it in as it was off a Central player. Under 10 minutes to play here in this first half.
You know, Limmer for Southern is doing an excellent job piecing together that midfield and distributing out to the offense. It's not an easy job, especially against a squad such as Central.
So Southern will get a free kick, not a throw-in. Looks like that is Heckamy to do the free kick.
So in the back there, it looks like you have 3 Southern players against 8 Central players.
Yes, Southern with a couple of guys over here on the top part of a set. Got Lammer, and number 11 is Tripp. As Heckamy gets one in, and good defense by Central. Now taken away by Southern, and a shot attempt just too hard over the net.
Great opportunity.
Parker Coyle missed it. And with 8:40 to play, still a 1-0 lead for Madison Central.
That ought to give Southern some confidence. They're able to disrupt the defense of Central just enough to create opportunities like we just saw.
Here's Hughes with it for Central. Now it's in the possession of Vice. Hughes now back with it for Central. Here's Gordon with it. Central's kind of being patient, being very patient with it. 7.5 to play here in the first half with this 1-0 lead after the Gavin O'Shea goal, number 62 on the year, or on the career, 18 on the season for O'Shea. Here's Ahmad Lemmer throwing it in. O'Shea heads it over, and we got a whistle, and O'Shea and Heckamy doing a little body bump in there. Another steady rain here, Coach. It's continued to fall. It has not stopped raining since about midway through the girls' game.
Got a great opportunity here for Southern.
Here's a header, and Jans will let it go by. Good attempt again. And Southern, they've had a couple of attempts at it here in this, well, the last 2 minutes maybe, but they've just unable to connect. And Central still in front 1-0 here, 6.5 to play in this first half. Live on Wbontv. Appreciate you tuning us in here, folks, on this Tuesday night. Again, doesn't look like we're going to have a game on Friday night. all the COVID situations going on here in the county, so I wanted to make sure we got a game in here for you. A couple of good ones here in soccer tonight. This ball kicked around, and a nice job to kick it out of there by Madison Central. Tracked down by LaGrange. He's got it here on the near side at the 30. Backs it out. LaGrange slowing things down. I'll get it up to number 11, Vice. Central will throw it in.
So Southern very dangerous when they have opportunities.
Gordon, a nice feed up the field trying to get O'Shea. Shepard will come track it down out of the goalkeeper position. He talked about it. Southern's had a couple of good looks here, being very aggressive since falling behind 1-0, but have been unable to tie it up to this point. Lammer's got it, the top goal scorer for Southern this year. He's got 9 on the season. Ends up in the possession of Davidson. Now Hughes with it for Central. Hughes works his way around a couple of defenders. Still in the possession. Hughes is too high over the net. Shot won't go in, and Southern clinging to this 1-0 deficit on another missed attempt there by Central.
So he's just proved that he has the speed to blow past players and to create his own shot. And I think the story on the year for Central is definitely going to be their strikers and how well they play with one another and how well they're able to find the back of the net.
This one's going to go out of bounds or stay in bounds. Looked like that was going to be clear out of bounds, but somehow it took a bounce back into play. Central trying to battle for possession. It's Vice on the far side, battling with the defender from Southern. Ball still in play for now, out of bounds, and I believe Central will throw it in. We're nearing 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Sub coming in for Central. That's number 26, Juan David Lozano, the junior.
So, Michael, if you're Coach Lunsford from Southern, what might you want to communicate at halftime?
You know, I think just being more aggressive. Their defense has played well. They've only given up a few shots. Obviously, the beauty by O'Shea that made it a 1-0 deficit, but I think for the most part they've played well. You know, I think just being more aggressive offensively in this second half, whether it's, putting more people on this side of the field, might be an adjustment we see. But other than that, I don't know what else you might want to do, because I feel like for the most part they've hung in there against a really good Madison Central team. Hughes will kick it in. Southern will eventually come away with it out of bounds, and Central will get to re-throw it in. We'll take a short commercial break when the halftime horn sounds, and then we'll have the Bishop's Small Engine Repair halftime show. This will go out of bounds, and once again, Central will throw it in. Come in the backfield to Halili. Now Gordon's got it. John tried to get it over to O'Shea, and it was kicked out by Southern. Gordon comes into Smith. Over to Gordon. John with the field to O'Shea. And now kicked back out of there by Southern. Back in the direction of John Gordon. Stays in play. Gordon fakes out Whitaker. Thought he was going to try to kick it back downfield. Up in the direction of Bradley Ball. Trying to find a teammate. That's Lozano. Back to Ball. Down in the direction of O'Shea. Off the chest of Gavin. And Shepard will control it for Madison Southern.
So far I think Southern's been doing really well. And the reason why I say that is because the other night versus a very respectable Woodford County team, at this point in the game, Madison Central was up 7-0. And here we are. And it's a 1-0 game, and something important about that is that shot that O'Shea hit, that wasn't a normal shot.
No,
that was an all-star shot, and it takes a player like O'Shea to make a shot like that. So I think this game's a whole lot closer than what we give it credit for at this point. Be interesting to see second half what Southern puts together.
Lozano couldn't track it down for Central. It's kicked around on the near side and loose at the moment. O'Shea tried to get to it. It's in the hands of number 4, Lammer.
So I think if you're Coach Lunsford, you just encourage your team to keep on pressing and do what they know how to do.
Yeah, see if you can catch a break at some point. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. It's Cole with it for Central. Over to O'Shea. Gavin had it kicked away by a Southern player out of bounds, and O'Shea will throw it in. O'Shea comes in the back field part over now to Hughes. Sam to Brotolo. Now Gordon. John off the back of Lammer. Ball up in the air. Couple of guys battling for it. 12 seconds to play. Gordon, it's a good foot into it. Going to go out of bounds, and that will do it for the first half. Madison Central gets a beauty of a goal by Gavin O'Shea on the bicycle kick, and that has been the only score of the game thus far at the half. It's 1-0. Madison Central will step aside and come back for the Bishop Small Engine Repair halftime show on Wbontv.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lakes can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lakes can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lakes Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you. With the warmer months now upon us, don't get caught in the heat. Call Madison HVAC and get your AC unit tuned up, repaired, or replaced. They offer upfront pricing so that you don't have any negative financial surprises once the job is complete. At Madison HVAC, their team of experts is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because you don't get to choose when a heating or air conditioning emergency is going to come up. Visit MadisonHVACR.com and see why so many have chosen Madison HVAC as their source for heating and cooling.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lakes can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lakes can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lakes Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Live here on the Bishop's Small Engine Repair Halftime Show at Bishop's, the variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. As spring wraps up, maybe it's time to get a new mower for next season. Make sure to check out Bishop's Small Engine Repair on North Estill Avenue in Richmond and see all the latest brands available at Bishop's. Michael Watkins and Coach Scott here with you on the call tonight, where Madison Central leading Madison Southern right now at the half, 1-0 on a beautiful bicycle kick by Gavin O'Shea there in the first half, Coach. And really that was the lone highlight as far as offense goes. There were a couple of more shots by each team that were missed, but defense, as we saw in the girls' game, has been the calling card for these two teams thus far.
Yes, the field surface tonight, a little bit slick. I think that's factored into what we're seeing offensively, but both teams in their own right showing lots and lots of strength on both ends of the pitch.
Yeah, and as we get ready to start this second half, what do you think is going to be the adjustments from the two coaches? I mean, you said you've coached against both of these guys, so what do you think that they're saying in the huddles right now at the halftime break?
I think you nailed it for Southern. I think that Southern's going to need to consider building more numbers on the offensive end. I think that at this point in the match, I think that Southern definitely needs to kind of take some risks and see what they can do against this untested defense so far. And then as for Central, this thing's not in the bag by any means. I think that Coach Horn's gonna really have to kind of weigh it out for the next 20 minutes and see if Southern's going to become a threat as we get deeper into this match. And if so, he's going to have to probably move some players around to accommodate. But right now, both teams have some nice pockets of momentum that they can build on, and that's going to make for an exciting half.
Your first half stats are provided by Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive in Richmond. Other locations in Central Kentucky as well. Visit Hometown Dental on Atwood Drive or visit hometowndental.com and see what Hometown Dental can do for you. Most insurances are accepted at Hometown Dental. Michael Watkins here with you with Coach Scott. Folks, we appreciate you tuning us in. It's 1-1 thus far here on Rivalry Week with Madison Central Volleyball getting a clean sweep, 3-0 in straight sets over Madison Southern Volleyball, but Madison Southern winning the first soccer game tonight, and the two girls teams facing off in 5-3 penalty kick fashion. Madison Central falling to Madison Southern in girls soccer. One more commercial break. When we come back, the second half between the boys teams, Central and Southern boys soccer, when we come back on Wbontv.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau. My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
When I started to experience the world from practicing law, it showed me that there's a lot of injustice that can be corrected. We're called personal injury attorneys, but I'm not there for the injury, I'm there for the recovery. And that's what we try to do. We try to help people recover after they've been hurt. If the big firms are going to drop you as soon as your claim entails some kind of work, some kind of additional effort, why not just come to someone who's going to put the work in the first place?
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, the health and safety of our patients is important. Along with following CDC guidelines, we have added a JADE unit, a medical-grade air purifier in every operatory. Our new patient special, x-rays, exam, cleaning, and fluoride is only $99. We offer patients single-visit restorations on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. We are equipped to handle all your dental needs from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. Call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Back here at Madison Central as we wrap up the Bishop's Small Engine Repair halftime show at Bishop's. The variety of outdoor power equipment is second to none. When it's time to get a new mower, or if you need your mower fixed, if it's time to get that cleaned up and ready for next year, make sure to check out Bishop's on North Estill Avenue in Richmond. Coach Scott, Michael Watkins here with you as we get set for half number 2 at Madison Central High School. We appreciate you tuning us in here, folks. And don't forget, if you've been injured or for maybe you get one of those nagging ailments, you need to go to the physical therapist. Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy will get you back in the game and have you back in there faster and better than you might expect over at Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy, located here in Richmond, and other locations in Central Kentucky as well. They got one in Hamburg, another location in Lexington, over in Lincoln County they have one as well. So all over Central KY is OTPS KY, Orthopedic Sports and Physical Therapy. Central gets it over to Gavin O'Shea as this second half is underway, and immediately O'Shea on the attack is tripped up at the 25-yard line, and there was no stoppage of play, so we're still going at it. What do you think there, Coach? Is that stoppage of play worthy there, or just let them play on?
Well,
I think the field conditions made it look worse than it might have been.
Yeah, sometimes a clean tackle looks dirty, but I think that one was pretty clean. Of course, he's running
at full speed. Yeah. There's Bartolo with it for Central. You know, you look at the Central have something in the works there, a little play that they drew up to try to get O'Shea going to start the second half.
Well, I like it because it just establishes the momentum very early on and kind of unexpected.
Huckabee will throw it in for Southern. You know, I think each team only subbed in one or two guys there in the first half, so we'll see if stamina becomes an issue here in the second half.
See more Southern players forward, and maybe that passing lane gets cut off and something is created. But as it is, when you only have one or two people up front at any given time, you're kind of limited as far as what you can create.
.38 minutes, 23 seconds. We're just underway here in the second half. A 1-0 lead for Central on a Gavin O'Shea goal back in the first half. Gordon tracking this one down for Central, trying to shield off his Southern player. There is a whistle, and I believe Southern will get a free kick here. Or a corner kick. Yep, Huckabee will attempt the corner kick from the far side. It's a good spin on it, but a little bit too hard as it goes completely on the other side of the field and out of play.
You know, this district is pretty special every year. Obviously, these two teams are strong, but you also have strength with Berea and Model. Makes for an interesting district tournament.
Yeah, you know, in soccer especially, I feel like the teams are much more evenly matched. Obviously, with Central being ranked as high as they are, they're probably the favorites. But you can't count out Southern or Berea or Model with the talent that they have coming through as well. Obviously, Model last year and on the girls' side, winning the district for the first time in school history, that was a big deal. Got Tekami to throw it in for Southern, or to kick it in, excuse me.
Nice ball. Nice ball.
And almost got through. Good save there by Jans. Got just enough of it. The senior transfer in. And
that's been the story tonight on these set pieces. If you can get that ball low and get it to kind of skip off the surface, anything can happen.
Another corner kick for Southern. Another hard one, and this one off the head of a Central player. Still being kicked around, still moving around. Central with it for the moment. A couple of players running into each other. The ball is loose, out of bounds, and Southern will get to throw it in.
Southern did a great job at collecting that and resetting. Nice.
Yeah, Lambert puts a good foot into it, takes a bounce, and then right into the hands of the goalkeeper for Central. He'll clear it out over to John Gordon.
40 yards out.
You know, one thing that I've noticed in the difference, like with Southern on the girls' game, Cress was clearing it out a lot with her foot. She was kicking it all the way to midfield almost every time. With Central, what I've noticed is whenever their goalkeeper has cleared it out, he has basically handed it off or kicked it over to a teammate back there with him. So, is that just a preference of what the coach likes to see, or what do you think you see there?
Yeah, on that there's a couple schools of thought. One is by rolling it out or throwing it out to your own team, you have a high probability of maintaining possession. But if you have a team that can chase down 50-50 balls, then punting it out to halfway probably isn't a bad idea.
Jans will clear it again for Central. Over to Gordon. Kicked up the field. That's Weiss.
Nice patience on Weiss's part.
Patolo up to O'Shea off the chest.
Nice.
Gavin tracks it down.
Oh, he's going to get a shot.
Gavin,
Good
a little
idea.
bit too far left on the shot attempt, and the Eagles will keep possession here.
And it's tough playing against top-notch strikers because if you close the space, they're liable to go around you. If you give them too much space, they're liable to get a shot off. So it's a double-edged sword sometimes.
Yeah, O'Shea scoring his 18th goal of the season, 62nd of the career, just adding to the record here at Madison Central, which he broke a few weeks back. Gordon gets it up the field over to Hughes. Now O'Shea's got it here on the near sideline. Gavin working on a couple of defenders. Gets it upfield, looking in the direction of a teammate.
played.
That's Weiss. Weiss had to go off the chest of a Southern player, so Central should get the corner kick here.
Yeah, good job on Ethan Weiss's part to create that corner kick for Central.
Good effort, but again, no goal for Central, and Southern will get to clear it out. 33 minutes remaining here in this second half.
So Southern's able to keep the magic alive here.
Yeah, I think if they can keep this at a one-score deficit, especially if it's a 1-0 finish, you got to feel really good if you're Coach Lunford with the way your team has played throughout. Smith, shot attempt, and it gets by, and you can start to see, Coach, that Central's starting to get a few more attempts at it and look a little bit more aggressive on this end.
And that might just be the result of the Southern defense having to chase down players like Weiss and O'Shea and Hughes.
They'll kick it in. Oil Southern. That's Smith with it now. Knocked away by a Southern defender. Now up the field we go. Bartolo takes it away. And we got a whistle. And Central will get a free kick here.
That's just tough play at the midfield for both teams there.
Vice has got it for the Indians. Takes it back near in the direction of Gordon. Now over to Bartolo. Moved around. That's Vice. Had it ripped away and kicked out of there by a Southern player. Coyle's got it for Southern. Up over to Heckamy near midfield. Up the field, Gordon giving chase. And that one will go out of bounds. Southern tries to save it. The Indians will get to throw it in as we near 31 minutes remaining in this second half. And still a 1-0 score. Madison Central with the lead. Here's Vice. On the far sideline. Gets it up to a teammate. That's number 9, LaGrange.
And
out of bounds.
Just in that instance, you can see how Central is building their offensive momentum with 5 players, and Southern's not working with as many players up front. So that's a significant difference.
Whitaker going to sub in for Madison Southern as they bring a ball back into play. Checking out is Bailey Dolan, the junior. Southern to kick it in.
We'll see who wants to go to this ball.
Kicked up to Wickersham. Haven't said his name much tonight. He hasn't really been involved a bunch in the action. Bartolo heads it over to a teammate. That's Vice in the area. Now kicked up the field. Central's Gordon will have his goalkeeper track it down for him and keep it in play. Up the field we go to, I believe that's Vice. No, Vice back here at midfield. Central now trying to get it away from Southern as Smith battles with the Southern player. They'll throw it in. Throw it in the back part of the field. It'll go out of bounds, and Central will now clear it away. Under 30 minutes remaining here in the second half. Yeah, and so we'll get it over to Gordon. Now up to Bartolo. A very senior-laden heavy class here for Madison Central. It's a big difference between these two schools this year with Central being a lot more experienced and senior-heavy, and Southern being a very young team. Look at the senior class for Central. You got the goalkeeper Yance. You got O'Shea, Halili, LaGrange, Bartolo, Vice, Gordon, Pacheco, and Eves. So a lot of seniors in the lineup for Coach Horn. They come into Whitaker here. Whitaker had it kicked away from him, and I'm going to call a handball on Whitaker. I thought it hit his hand, but wasn't sure after it wasn't called. But just a slight delay in the whistle being blown. And it'll come in on the far side. Vice on the far sidelines got it.
That's a great ball. When you're able to switch to fields and do it quickly, you become a lot more dangerous. Oh, well done by Vice.
Yeah, good job as he keeps it away.
So creative. He creates another corner kick opportunity for his team.
Sam Hughes will trickle down in that far corner and try to kick this one up for Central. Offense gets set with, you see, O'Shea and the offense trying to get it in there. Ball headed out by LaGrange. Bartolo will track it down for Central. Keeps back. in the direction of Bradley Ball. And now the goalkeeper ends up with it.
And again, Michael, I think part of what made these games so enjoyable this evening is just the level of coaching that we're seeing out there. Both teams understand positionally what to do. Both teams work together well, capitalizing on their strengths and minimizing the weaknesses. So good job to both of these coaches out here this evening.
Here's Smith with it for Central. Nice kick over to O'Shea. Gavin working on 3 or 4 defenders. Tried to feed it over to Smith again and set him up for a shot. Good defense by Southern. Now it's Gordon with it for Central.
Again, I think it's worth noting how unselfish Gavin O'Shea has been this evening. He's not afraid to lay it off to a teammate if he sees that maybe his angles or his opportunities are closing.
Bartolo called for a yellow card as he takes out an opposing player for Southern, so he'll come out of the game. And into the game for Madison Central, number 12, Dandenau. And we see number 10, that's Heckamy, going to do the free kick for Southern. See if they can get a shot out of this, Coach. Heckamy.
Nice.
Sets it up. A nice setup, but the header to no avail for Madison Southern.
It's perfectly placed. Right in front of the mouth of the goal. Coming down at an angle. You can get a little deflection, little head ball flick.
We near the 25-minute mark of this second half here live on Wbontv. Coach Scott and Michael Watkins here with you. We appreciate you tuning us in here, folks, on Wbontv. The first of a few more soccer games we plan on streaming here for you on the Wallingford Broadcasting Network.
Nice.
Laying it off to Weiss. Weiss on the attack and had it nicely done. Defensive effort there by Madison Southern's player.
So Southern finding a lot of answers to Central's offense tonight.
Here's Hughes with it for Central. Yeah, I think if some folks around the state who know how good Central is see this, if it ends up being a 1-0 score, might be surprised at the competition we've seen here tonight. But it's been pretty impressive what Southern has done, keeping this close. And they really haven't had many clean shots themselves on the other ends. But their defense has really stepped up here tonight against the offensive attack of Madison Central. Here's Hughes with it for the Indians. Kicks it back in the direction of Ball. Now O'Shea battling with Heckamy. Near the 40-yard line. O'Shea took it away. Gavin dancing around with it here. It's it over to teammate on the far sideline. That's number 13, Cole. Weiss working against 2 defenders. Finally lost a handle on it, but for the longest time he held him off. Out of bounds, Central will throw it in. Under 24 minutes remaining. Here's Ball on the near sideline. Ball up the field to Hughes. Hughes over to Smith.
Central's doing a great job this evening letting the ball do the work for them.
Ball is in the hands of Shepard, the goalkeeper. Folks, we do want to remind you, looks as if we're not going to have a high school football game on Friday night. With COVID protocols in place, Berea and Southern already guaranteed to not play this Friday, and Madison Central currently looking for a game. So not sure if the Indians will find one before Friday. We're already we're less than now 3 days away basically from Friday night, and Indians still without an opponent. So we'll see if that changes before Friday. If it does, we'll have a game here for you on WBON. If not, all the chances to get out and maybe find something else to do on a Friday night. We do have some the concert, the 11 Amp Berea concert, taking place Friday and Saturday, the final one of those. Hughes gets it over to Gordon. As Central works it back up the field with the 1-0 lead on the Gavin O'Shea goal back in the first half. Here is O'Shea looking up the field to Vice. Vice, good job to shield off the Madison Southern player. Has it in his possession now.
Nicely done.
Sets up a teammate. Ball still in play. A good job by Shepard. We got a... Is it offsides, or it's going to be a yellow card, I believe, against Central. Nice kick up the field. And that is Coyle giving a chase for Southern. Now over to Wickersham. Keep in mind, Coach Scott, as well, this is a 1-0 lead for Central, and Southern without 4 players tonight as well.
Yeah, Southern's doing a great job responding to these momentum changes. And
ball back over to Shepard. He'll lay it off to Messina.
I want to compliment number 9 from Central. I guess Chris LaGrange. It's not easy getting a card. Sometimes you want to argue it, but he did the exact right thing. You just take your card and you quietly go over to the bench, and then when you get back in, you play that much harder. But that's a tough one for players to learn to just kind of accept it and move on. That's what's best for the team, and that's what's best for the individual. Sometimes we lose our heads in those moments. So good job to number 9 from Central for that good sportsmanship conduct.
Here's O'Shea trying to throw it in. Smith gets behind his defender. Tyler still working around on it. Gets a shot off. Shepard there to save it. As we are now halfway through basically this second half, and still a 1-0 score in favor of Madison Central.
I think Southern's a completely different team when they have the numbers, whether they're playing offense or defense. They do so well when they have plenty of players around to help and support.
Lambert gets it up to Whitaker. Nice effort there by Lambert again. He's everywhere right now. Hughes up the field, kicked out of there by Southern. Now Central tracking it down. Southern comes away with it with Coyle.
All right, where are your numbers?
Ripped away by Madison Central. Back the other way come the Indians with a 1-0 lead here in the second half. Central a chance on the attack. It's O'Shea, and a good job to kind of shield off O'Shea by that defender. I believe that was Heckamy who stood in front of Gavin. That was number 16. That's a Messina. Kind of cut off Gavin on the pass attempt by a teammate. And
I was just going to say, good job on for number 26 on Central's. With a player like O'Shea, get the ball anywhere close to him, and he's liable to create things from that.
So another whistle will set up a free kick for Southern.
Now Southern has numbers, so we'll see how this goes.
Good placement. A good effort by number 14 of Central. That's John Gordon, the defensive player, to get in there and set that up. Ball still loose, moving around. Central now has numbers themselves. Good job defensively, and the Eagles get it back out the other end. Gordon will have it for Central. Up the field in the direction of Hughes. Now it's Cole. And this will go out of bounds, and Central will get to throw it in. Under 18, they're going to say Southern will get to throw it in. Couple of subs checking in for the Eagles. Number 18 is Bailey Dolan, and number 4, that's Lammer, will check in. Central with this 1-0 lead, and it feels like the way things stand right now, Coach, it feels like Central's kind of just in keep-away mode and just trying to keep it on this end, maybe try to get a couple more shots off and see if you can add to this lead. Ball going to roll out of bounds. They're out of play, and Southern will get to throw it in.
Yeah, if you're Central, you want to be careful not to develop too much of a defensive mindset. You know, this game is so close at this point. You still want to generate your offense and hopefully put another one in the back of the net. But if this thing gets tied up, it's anybody's game.
Ball moving around again in near midfield. Good effort. Both players there just trying to play keep away. Gordon. Tell you what, John Gordon, you won't see him much in the stat column, but this young man just plays his role so well. And from where he sits back here, you know, getting it up the field, he's done a really good job of setting his offense up on the attack.
I agree.
Nearing 16 minutes of action here in the second half. Madison Central, Madison Southern here on Wbontv. Michael Watkins and Coach Scott here with you. Austin Hanks, our producer. Jimmy Egner up top running camera for us. Jimmy's got an early morning tomorrow morning. He has to be at work at, I think he said he has to be there at 6 a.m., Austin. That's pretty early.
I would argue that the field generals for Central are coming out of the midfield. They've been doing a great job all night long.
Yeah, as a player run over there as Central will allow a free kick for Southern. But I agree with you. You look at, Smith has been a good job at attacking. Look at what Vice has done. Sam Hughes, all those guys, wherever they're playing at, they're coming up from the midfield spot and doing a good job of setting up their teammates or attacking themselves.
Just goes to show teams that are willing to do what they need to do at the midfield oftentimes reap the benefit.
Nice kick into play here. Southern get a shot off again, but it goes out behind the net. Under 15 minutes remaining and still a 1-0 lead for Madison Central.
All it takes is one opportunity. I think that if Southern can get some set plays, that one nearly misses. That was number 17.
That's Coyle.
Coyle for Southern.
They've had their chances here in this second half. A couple of shots that have just not gone their way. On a free kick here coming up.
And here's case in point. Southern's earned a set piece from the corner. These are dangerous, especially in these field conditions.
So the corner kick, I think that's Lammer now attempting the corner kick from that far right side.
Nice.
Set up. Had a chance at it, and they're going to say, that's Bartolo who's hit. He's down on the field, rolling around in pain. Heard one fan say, "Ref, where's the card?" As the rain is picked up again.
Obviously they didn't ask me, but on these set pieces, I think it does make sense every now and then to maybe try to get it across on the ground, maybe pick up a deflection.
Yeah. Well, they're working on Bartolo. We'll step aside for a short commercial break. Madison Central still leading it 1-0 here on WBON-TV.
Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling has the largest showroom in Central Kentucky with all the power sports products you can dream of for your next adventure. Gateway Cycles has a qualified, certified service department, friendly sales staff so you can ride free and play hard. Local people serving local people. We are here to make your dream a living adventure. Stop in and see us today at Gateway Cycles in Mount Sterling or visit us at gatewaycycles.com.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today with no payments for 6 months and low rates. There's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
It's frustrating when something unexpected happens to our vehicles. That's why Chris Thorne and the staff at CT Diesel Repair are here to ease that burden. They offer roadside service, can come haul your vehicle to the shop, and will keep you updated throughout the entire process. One thing that keeps our vehicles performing at their highest level is the tires we put on them. CT Diesel has great deals on tires right now, just in time for the colder weather ahead. Mention this ad and get a free rotating balance with any oil change at CT Diesel Repair. Visit ctdiesel.us for more information.
Citizens Guaranty Bank makes banking on the go a breeze. Banking on the go has never been easier with options like balance inquiries, make payments from any mobile device, transfer funds between accounts, activate or deactivate a card with just a tap. And with mobile checking deposit, you can deposit checks straight into your eligible checking account using your iPhone, iPad, or Android device. Take advantage of all these fast, convenient, and secure services of Citizens Guaranty Bank. Mobile carrier charges and rules and restrictions may apply. See bank for details. Citizens Guaranty Bank, member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
For over 40 years, Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory in Berea have been helping families through the hardest times in their lives. With traditional burial planning to cremation, the folks at Lake's can help you honor your loved ones with final arrangements. Lake's can also help pre-plan now. Let your family members know what you want and help ease their burden. Visit lakesfuneralhome.com to learn how easy it can be to pre-plan. Lake's Funeral Home and Crematory, the only on-site crematory in Madison County.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-thru and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-thru and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repairs, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
Need a physical for school or work? Need it right away? No problem! Berea Urgent Care has 2 convenient locations along with late hours to meet your needs. They're affordable too. Physicals at Berea Urgent Care only $20. DOT and CDL physicals are only $65. Berea Urgent Care number 1 by Walmart is open every day 9 to 9. Berea Urgent Care number 2 by Berea Drug open Monday through Friday 10 till 6. No appointment necessary. Berea Urgent Care, here when you need us.
Back to the action here at Madison Central, or lack thereof right now, as an injured player down on the field for the Indians is number 10. It's Jose Bartolo, a senior. It was during a corner kick for Madison Southern in which the player went down, and he's still down on the field for the Indians. So, you know, Coach obviously doesn't look good right now for Bartolo, but still not sure exactly what happened there. He's still down on the ground, and I'd heard somebody ask if they needed an ambulance, and I think the response was no, but still not sure what they are doing out there for Bartolo. I appreciate you tuning us in here live on WBONTV. Michael Watkins and Coach Scott here with you on the call as these two teams are neck and neck. It's a 1-0 lead for Madison Central, but as we await the official word on Bartolo and what they might do for the rest of this game, we're still awaiting the official word. 13 minutes, 27 seconds remaining, and as obviously the rain continues to come down. Coach, being around the sport for so long, when you see a situation like this, what do you think could be an injury in this sort of the way the play occurred?
Oh, he could have knocked his head on somebody's shoulder or elbow or any number of things, and he might just be needing to take a few moments to recollect. It's like he's being checked out currently.
Yeah, they're doing their working on him, obviously, and while they continue to check on Bartolo, it looks like he is up, like kind of on his knee, or kind of like leaned over, doubled over. But I think they're going to take the cart out there, maybe try to get him off the field as it stands. 13-27, it's a 1-0 lead. The only goal in the game thus far coming on the Gavin O'Shea goal back in the first half. That's been the only score of the game thus far. And, Coach, the two teams playing neck and neck here in the second half. A lot of shots both ways, but nobody able to connect. And the only difference thus far was that Gavin O'Shea bicycle kick in the first half.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is after a break like this, fatigue shouldn't be too much of a factor going into these final 13 minutes.
It's a 1-0 score, Madison Central, while they continue to check on the injured player, Jose Bartolo. We will step aside once again for a commercial break and bring you back here on WBON-TV.
Just think, he'll be driving for real soon. Every new Chevy Equinox comes standard with Chevy Safety Assist, including automatic emergency braking. Find new protection. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Get the money you need now. Apply for a home equity line of credit at Cumberland Valley National Bank today. With no payments for 6 months and low rates, there's never been a better time to tap into your home's equity.
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries. And home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Jerry Goebel today.
Orthopedic and Sport Physical Therapy will help guide you on your road to recovery.
It is our mindset, a spirit driven to excellence to help people heal faster and better.
If you have pain or an injury, or you need experts in sports medicine, Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy is your best choice in rehabilitation, and you have direct access.
In most cases, you do not need a referral to any of our 7 locations serving the region.
Just give OSPTKY a call. Visit our website at osptky.com to find the location nearest you. With the warmer months now upon us, don't get caught in the heat. Call Madison HVAC and get your AC unit tuned up, repaired, or replaced. They offer upfront pricing so that you don't have any negative financial surprises once the job is complete. At Madison HVAC, their team of experts is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because you don't get to choose when a heating or air conditioning emergency is going to come up. Visit MadisonHVACR.com and see why so many have chosen Madison HVAC as their source for heating and cooling.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
To some, it's just a boat. But to Jim, it's his escape from meetings, traffic, and the grind of daily life. He may not catch any keepers, but he wouldn't trade his day on the lake for anything in the world. That's why his boat is insured by Kentucky Farm Bureau. But it's not just Kentucky's Farm Bureau. It's Jim's Recharge the Battery Farm Bureau.
My Farm Bureau.
David Mayo, John Rader, and Chris Hornsby with Kentucky Farm Bureau.
At Madison Drug, Charles and his staff know your time is valuable and will work to get you in and out quickly. We have a convenient drive-through and offer free delivery. For vaccinations, just walk right in, no appointment necessary. Madison Drug, Richmond's hometown pharmacy.
Bartolo has been taken off on the golf cart, and from what I was told over in the other press box is that he was hit by a knee that kind of jerked his head back, kind of like a whiplash reaction. So that was where the injury occurred for Bartolo, the senior. And while they cart him off, they'll get a look at him and see, get him over to the hospital, I believe, and have him checked for more concussion protocol. But always better to be safe than sorry in a situation like that. As they get ready to get back to action. It is a 1-0 lead for Madison Central. And, Coach, when you have a situation like this, does it really benefit anybody, or are both teams kind of now back from square one, getting the game started back?
Well, I don't, obviously being sensitive to the injured player, I don't mind a stoppage of play at this point, especially if you're Southern, just to be able to regroup and maybe communicate some things that you wouldn't necessarily be able to communicate in the heat of the moment. So we'll see how this plays out. I'm excited that now these players have a little bit of a period to rest and can really just go all out these last 13 minutes.
13:27 to play. We're getting back to action here, as there is a sub Heckamy coming in for Dolan for Madison Southern. Lammer up. The only Southern player up at the start of the play. And here we go. Over to Vice here on the near side. He'll work it up to Smith at the 30-yard line. Kicked up the field and controlled by Central. As the rain really coming down again here on the football field. Southern able to corral it as Shepard gets the save again. Kicks it away. High kick. And Lammer will track it down for Southern. Giving it chase is Rue Lammer, the top goal scorer for the Eagles.
Nice footwork.
Good block, too, there by Central's defense, and Southern will get the throw in here. Couple of balls in play. Now they'll re-up it and throw it in again with Southern as we near 12 minutes to play. Ball loose. Sam Hughes tracking it down for Central. Now it's in the possession of Madison Southern. They'll kick it back, try to regroup. Now kicked upfield. Got behind Vice. Lammer for Southern, getting a nice move by Vice to get it back in his possession. Ball up to number 5. That's Wilson. I think Wilson took the place of the injured Bartolo here.
Well done for Southern.
They got a chance at it. Under 12 minutes to play. The goalkeeper, Yance, will bring it up for the Indians. This young man, you know, he hasn't looked like he's had a ton of chances, but when he has, he's almost made it look easy, if you will, the way he's guarded the goal for the Indians tonight.
Yeah, he's obviously well-trained, and like you said, he makes it look easy.
Here's number 12, Dandenau in the game now for the Indians. As the ball is kicked on the other end, Yance will give it a chase down and move it back over in the middle of the field, work it over to a teammate. Wilson with it for the Indians. As we near 10 minutes to play.
I'd like to see Southern send a few more players up top just to kind of get a different look, see what it would be like to attack with some numbers there.
Hughes has got it for the Indians. Works it back to Halili. Up the field to Smith. Smith off the foot of a Indian player, off the foot of Smith, and the Eagles will throw it in. Ball comes in. Central can't corral it. Southern gets to throw it in once again. And I'm with you. They only have 2 or 3 guys up top on the attack, and that's actually less numbers than what Central has back defensively. So it's really hard to try to get an attempt or a clean shot off with the numbers that Southern has back offensively. Here's Lambert.
He's done such a great job tonight.
Yeah, he's never looked like he's been rushed. And here he is working his way, navigating through the defense. 9:43 remaining in the second half. Central will throw it in. They come into Hughes. Hughes. And over to Vice. I believe that was Vice. Oh, Vice here on the near side. Let's see that number. It's number 13. So here we go up the field, and that's going to be out of play.
Another long shot. Not a bad idea.
Armando Pacheco also in the game for Madison Central as they give some of their guys a breather here. LaGrange out as of right now. I love the patience of the goalkeeper here. I mean, he's so good at just kind of taking his time, seeing where he wants to go with it. Wilson with it here for the Indians. Parker Wilson up the field. Scoops it over to number 13. That is Cole. Now Hughes tracks it down for the Indians. Looking for O'Shea. Up the field he goes in the direction of Gavin. Now Gavin ends up with it at the 20-yard line here on the football field. Hughes comes in to take it away from a Southern player. And this one's going to go out of bounds. Southern inbounds. Tell you what, you got to give all these kids on the girls and boys sides credit tonight. Battling the rain here on the turf field at the football complex here at Madison Central, Tomahawk Valley. Ball kicked upfield. Under 8 to play now. Out of bounds off a Central player. They'll come in here. Nice defense by Central to take it away. Back the other way as Southern corrals it. Now it's Gordon with it at the midfield line. Halili's got it.
Either way, both teams come out of this evening stronger teams.
Yeah. Here's Lammer. A shot.
Oh,
good
mercy.
defense by Gordon. Blocked it away. Great effort there by John to get back in the play. Lammer had a clean look at it. It was really just him and Gordon cut it off perfectly.
That might have been the equalizer had Central not played that great defense there.
Lammer going to throw it in. Ball's up high. Put it around. Tracked down by number 3. That's Wickersham, the junior.
Nice.
And right into the hands of Yance. Waiting right there for it, the goalkeeper for Central. And Central can be patient here with a 1-0 lead under 7 minutes to play. Over to Wilson. Wilson now finds a teammate in Weiss on the near sideline. Weiss over to Smith.
You know, Southern's given Central a whole lot to handle tonight.
Central on the attack. Weiss trying to set up O'Shea. Gavin's got it here. Tries a shot. Good defense. Southern had 3 guys back in front of the goalkeeper, so 4 guys in total. And when you got Gavin O'Shea and Weiss and Hughes out there on the attack, you need that many guys between the ball and the goal.
Yeah, O'Shea's so good at seeing those angles. You'll think he's going away from the goal, and all of a sudden he'll just turn around and at a nearly perfect angle have a nice shot.
Central will get the corner kick with Sam Hughes. LaGrange back in. Pacheco will sub out for the Indians. Here's another corner kick. It was set up nicely. Gordon was back there, but couldn't get it in. And with 5.5 remaining, Madison Southern has it once again, still trailing 1-0. Ball comes in play. Gordon able to put it in. Central's so good. They're so aggressive. You know, most teams might sit back there, but Central sees the ball come into play. They cut it off. They cut it off in front of the opposing player that's the target on the inbound pass there. Here's LaGrange with it. Central with the 2-on-3 attack. LaGrange tries to hit Smith. Good effort by Southern to cut it off.
I think both teams have played very respectful of their opponent's ability. Neither team has given up on defense. They know they have to keep people back there because the other team's that dangerous.
Weiss with it at the 30-yard line. Goes back to Wilson. Wilson lays it off for a teammate. On the attack is Central. That's Cole. Cole lost it under 4.5 to play now, and Southern trying to get downfield with it. Yance will track it down for the Indians.
That ball moves so quickly, doesn't it?
Especially on, I think, on the wet field and the turf. Kind of aiding in the travel of the ball. We dip under 4 to play now. Central still hanging on to that 1-0 lead. Yance will clear it out. Hughes going to track it down now for Central. Over to Weiss, near side. Ethan making his move. Lays it off, now gets it back just a little bit too far in front of the pass by Smith, but they had something cooking there, Coach.
Yeah, I think normally that pass would have connected, but like we just said, the surface is very quick.
The inbounds pass comes right back into Weiss. He and Smith kind of going back and forth with it. Ticked away and out of play. Central will throw it in. Tell you what, when you get these jerseys home, it's going to be very hard to find a thread on the uniforms tonight for either one of these two teams that doesn't have a drop of rainwater on it tonight.
That's right.
Here's Hughes. Over to number 12, Dandenau.
So each team looking for at least one more opportunity.
Winding down here in the final stages. Madison Central on top 1-0. Ball will go out, and Central will get a corner kick, I believe. Nope, Southern will get to clear it away. 2.5 remaining. Here's Lammer on the attack for Southern. Ball goes out. They say off of Central, and Lammer will get to throw it in. Lammer looking for a teammate.
Nice.
Ball kicked around and heading out of play. Chased down by a Southern player on the far side. Nice job by Gordon to get it out for Central. Long kick up the field and out of play. Under 2 minutes to play. Central and Southern battling it out here at Madison Central and a 1-0 score. Jans kicks it back into play. Minute 37. Clock still ticking here. Indians with a 1-0 lead. Southern trying to get something going offensively. And there's a whistle and a free kick for Madison Central. Coach Lunsford doesn't like the call. Minute 16 to play. Long kick up the field. Nicely done. Southern going to kick it out. 1:04 remaining. Now, on that play, was that a good idea with the clock winding down? Would you not want to kick it over to your goalie and have him try to keep it back in play? Save a few seconds maybe? Hughes has got it for Central. He falls down. It'll be a free kick for Central. Hughes and O'Shea discussing some things here. O'Shea will have it for the Indians. Trapped in the corner with it. Hughes will again get it in for the Indians. Under 20 seconds. Gavin now decides to throw it in. Lays it off for a teammate. We got a whistle. And Southern will get the ball. 7 seconds. And the Eagles have got to get it downfield and get a shot off here. They won't do it, and Madison Central will knock off their in-county rival, Madison Southern, a 1-0 final score. Indians defeat the Eagles, and some pushing and shoving going on after the play. Going to clear that up here, obviously. Don't want anything extracurricular to happen after this game is over with as the Indians defeat the Eagles. Obviously, a high, intense rivalry between these two schools. Everything's good to go. The Indians get the win 1-0. Get a little bit of a revenge, Coach Scott, from the district championship game last year, but you got to feel good if you're Madison Southern with the way your team competed tonight in a 1-0 loss.
That's right. I'm looking forward to the district tournament, and you get to see some ways that both of these teams are going to excel and grow together as a team. So this season is looking like it's going to be a good one for both of these teams.
Final score in the girls' game, Madison Southern defeats Madison Central 5-3 in penalty kicks. Here on the boys' side, it's Madison Central winning 1-0 over their in-county rival. A fun night here all around, folks, and we appreciate the ones that tuned us in. Thanks to Coach Scott. Appreciate you joining me on the call. Certainly looking forward to maybe having you back on with us later on in the season, next time we come up this way. And for all of our great crew here in Richmond tonight, for Jimmy Egner running the camera work, also thanks to our producer, folks. I'm Michael Watkins. We'll see you next time on WBON TV.